Hey everyone, in today's Treasure Reef video update I'm going to talk about a product that I had mentioned I'll do a review in my previous video. So I've seen similar type of products before, but I've never had access to them, and Flipper, which is the maker of a cleaner magnet, was kind enough to send me a product to review, and this product is called Flipper Deepsea Viewer. You can find references to it on Aquatic log, and you can actually find all aquariums that use that. But today I want to talk about what makes, in my opinion, this product pretty special. So like I said, I haven't had any experience with similar products before. I do have a professional size magnifying glass that I usually use to inspect the corals that I'm about to put into quarantine. But I've never had one, attached to the glass. So this particular unit is pretty straightforward. It's got two parts. You've got the magnifying glass. There's a bit of a cleaning pad on one side, and then there's a magnet. So this part will go into the water, and then you have the glass. The two parts will attach, and then this part here, which is going to be on the outside, is basically your window into your aquarium. So I've been a little bit skeptical of these products before. I didn't really see much of a use because the magnification is not super high on these things. So what is it that I'm going to see differently through this? So I thought it was a gimmick, but I must say that I was pleasantly surprised that is really talk about surprised. The sound that you just heard is two of my MP40s just falling off. As you've seen before, I have reprogrammed them, and I also cleaned them, and lately these things, anytime the schedule changes rapidly, they disconnect, and the wet side usually just falls into on the sand in the tank. So a bit of a detour, but coming back to the to the deep sea viewer. So once again, we have the unit. It's actually quite an unbelievable experience, because when you attach it, you will actually start seeing things that you actually have not seen before. So the coral, you can actually see the pigmentation, you can see little corallites and lots of copepods, and the colors of corals actually stand out a lot more. So you can actually see if you have any bite marks or any discoloration on the coral way before you will notice it with your naked eye. So to me, first and foremost, this tool now is pretty much invaluable in monitoring the overall health of my aquarium. So I usually prefer to do it in the evening. I set this thing up and I just move it around the glass in different parts of the tank to see what do my corals look like. Is there any difference to something that I've observed a few days back? And if there is, then I'm going to be a little bit quicker to act. And you know that a coral tank is almost like a ship, which when it goes, if you want to turn it, you have to do it way in advance, because you cannot just do a quick 90-degree turn. So same goes with the tank. So the sooner you will see that something is wrong with a particular coral, the faster it is for you to act. Now, the second part that I really enjoy about this product is that I can actually see the corals under a different angle. So basically a different perspective. And to me that adds a lot to the pleasure of viewing the tank, because after a while the corals look pretty much the same. You don't see much of a difference, and this gives you just a different view into and different appreciation of the coral. So I do like doing this, as well as I would say it's very similar to watching it under under a macro lens. Another thing I do like about this product is the fact that it has cleaning pads on both sides of the magnet. So that means that if your glass is covered with algae film and you haven't cleaned it in a couple of days, it's still not a problem, because you can just kind of get it in and swirl it around a little bit and create a little window that you'll be able to position the glass. And you don't really need to clean the whole tank before you start using it. So I think that's very nifty. And in terms of glass thickness, my tank is really thick. The glass is 3/4 of an inch, and even for such a thick glass, this thing is actually holding on. I don't think it's strong enough where if you brush up against it, I think it will fall down, so you have to be careful. But I can leave it hanging there, so basically if I'm doing an observation session, I'm not worried that this thing is gonna fall off. So overall, I really like this unit. I do recommend it. I did give it 5 stars on Aquatic Log. And if you think that you want to give this thing a try to find it at one of your local stores or online, and I don't think you will be disappointed. Also, a couple of updates. First of all, today I've released Aquatic Log version 9.2 for iPhone. I think it's incredible. It has a lot of new functionality that I really wanted to implement to the system for quite some time, and I've been working on it for a few months, and I think it makes my reef keeping even easier than before. The second thing I wanted to mention is that I'm looking for more Android beta testers. So if you are using Android Aquatic Log application and you want to see new changes, write to me at contact@aquaticlog.com and apply for a beta testing program. I will start developing it fairly soon, so I'm just trying to see how much of an interest is there and how many people are gonna join the beta program. I must say that the iPhone application have received so many beta testers. It's incredible. So I'm hoping to see at least a solid fraction of this with Android. Also, if you all know that Aquatic Log is free, but I would ask you to go to the App Store and rate the application if you think that I'm doing a good job with this. So I would really appreciate that. And if you have any suggestions for a particular product you want for me to review, or anything you want to ask me about my aquarium, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So write in the comments below, and I'll get to it eventually. So thank you for watching, and happy aquarium keeping.